What's going on, lads? AP414 here, and we're back with another FIFA 16 video. Well, not really another, it's the first one, and I'm going to be playing the demo. Now, before we get anything, so I'm going to clear everything up. Maybe you guys wanted me to do this video a little more earlier, if that even makes sense, but we're doing it now, and I kind of want to get my impressions over to you. And remember to leave the comments on what you think on the demo if you've played it. As you can see, it's going to be Chelsea versus Man City. And I will add, I'm on PS3. And it would be the same for Xbox 360. I'm not on next gen. So yeah, maybe some of this footage is a bit outdated. But I'm going to be talking about what I think the gameplay is like. And remember that you need to leave suggestions in the comment section what you want me to see next. For now, this is just going to be gameplay. I'm going to play a match. There's going to be no cutting out. And it's going to be basically this footage in the background and me talking about what I think the demo is good on and what I think is bad in the demo and how it's improved from FIFA 16 too, and what I'd like to see in the actual game when it does finally come out towards the latter end of September. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is game faces. And the game faces are a thing that I want people to... I want EA, actually. I want EA to just improve them. Because last FIFA, they said, right, BPL, we're getting sponsored from this. We're going to make every game face. And then I go along, like, literally... A lot of BPL clubs and a lot of the players don't have game faces from top quality sides, and I think it's really poor. And also, it's not just in the BPL. Players like Claudio Bravo, he hasn't got a game face, and I don't think he even does in this FIFA. And if he does, then it's still poor. Just touch it up, EA. But I think this FIFA, a lot more players do have game faces. I saw Nathan Ake getting his face scanned the other day, and that's what I want. That's what I want players to have. Reserve team players, you know, they are in the BPL squad. So if they're in the official squad for a BPL team, then they should just send them into EA, and they should make a game face. They should get their faces scanned. We have got official referees. Michael Oliver is one of them added to the collection this FIFA. And it's looking quite neat, actually. I like how they've updated quite a bit. New referees, as I said. A few new stadiums in the game. We've got the new promoted teams in the BPL, which is pretty nice. We've got Bournemouth, Watford and Norwich. All of their stadiums are in the game. Some of the scores are a bit outdated because when they've actually finally released the demo, when they were making it, it was like 3 months ago when they finally did it, and the scores are a bit outdated. So like Chelsea don't have Pedro, Man City would definitely not have De Bruyne or Otamendi. I'm not sure they have Sterling. I think they may do. And we're going to start off with our first point here. It's going to be good defending. Now, you might just be thinking, what? Defending is always good. But you don't always have defenders who are really, really good. And there are a lot of players, John Terry, Mertesacker, incredible defenders in real life. And then when it comes to FIFA, just because they have under 50 pace, they are crap. This FIFA's really touched up on that. It's a nice, slow passing tempo. I really like it. Far more realistic. And you don't have to have so much pace to be able to challenge players. And players like John Terry now are going to be used a lot more in squads, and I definitely will be. Whilst pace is still a big asset in the game, and I think they still do need to cut down on it a bit more, the tempo is far more realistic, and you really want to keep passing. As I was doing here in the background. Just knock it around. I don't think Man City have had a touch of the ball yet here, and I'm in the 15th minute. It's literally sick. And you just knock it around, and eventually you will get your goal. Because, you know, knocking it around, it just breaks open defences, far more realistic. Knocking around in old FIFAs, like, the team's like, come on then, what are you doing? They could just jockey you. Like, this FIFA, if you knock it around, you are going to get goals. And it's pretty easy once you get into the penalty area, just shift it from side to side, and the passing is just fantastic. And as I said, it's not all about pace. It's players like Matic. They are incredible. They're sick at defending, and they're brilliant at jockeying players. John Terry, one of my favourite players on the demo, incredible at tackling. And he doesn't have any pace. He has 31 pace, I'm pretty sure. That's atrocious. He's still one of the best defenders in the game, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys have had like your first impressions on the demo. For me, it's not really all about pace at all. And I really like that from EA. So I do think that should be my next point, and that is that It's all about passing. The tempo is far more realistic. You don't always have to have 90 plus pace players to just run and score goals. It's far more realistic. So I'm really impressed by EA, and hopefully in the next game, FIFA 16, it is going to be touched up too, and it's not just a demo, because that will be a big disappointment, and it will kind of hinder my opinions on getting the game. So I hope it does stay like this, because it's a pretty nice game at the moment, and it's far more realistic. Not like 4-3 scoring matches in like the first half, which I think is brilliant. So not everyone is just completely OP, which is brilliant, and you can't just run through the whole team is basically what I'm trying to say here. Next point is going to be no-touch dribbling. This is another new feature that EA have added, and I haven't actually used it yet. My brother has, and apparently it's actually pretty sick, and a few people in my school have, and probably works best with players like Lionel Messi, because they are just absolute gods, and you know they just wreck everyone. And no touch dribbling is going to be a great asset because it can fool a player. And the only real thing we had before with no touch dribbling was body feints, and they were a really effective skill in last game. So maybe in this game, with it as an official feature, it's going to be far more effective, and a lot of defenders can get fooled by it. So I think that's a really nice feature they've added in. So overall, so far, it's turning into a pretty nice demo. However, I have two things here that are going to slightly go against that. One of them is going to be bad goalkeeping. Oh my god, some of the goalkeepers on this demo are just atrocious. Like, literally, my brother took a shot from Jordi Alba, like 40 yards out. It bounced about 4 times. I mean, that's a bit over-exaggeration because I conceded it, but it bounced so many times coming towards the goalkeeper, and he should have just been able to catch it. No, he just stands there and it just bounces like over his leg. It's just, and a lot of other opportunities that players have had, and, you know, goalkeepers just let it in so easily. And I just think they need to touch on that, because goalkeepers are like such a big thing in football, and they don't get enough credit, and I hate the ratings on them as well. Courtois, in my opinion, should not be 86 rated. Such a good goalkeeper, should do great things in the future at Chelsea, and is already a beast, and he hasn't even hit the age of 25 yet, so they need to be far more highly rated. Players like Joe Hart, Bravo, like, I don't think Bravo got an upgrade from last FIFA, and he won everything and only conceded like 10 goals in La Liga, which is just outstanding, and they still don't upgrade him. So I'm not sure about EA with that, and the goalkeepers, they are pretty poor, so I think they do need to improve on them. Also, that leads on to our next point perfectly, OP shooting. You can shoot from anywhere. If a player's got like 80 plus shot power, you can literally shoot from the halfway line. If a player's got like 70 plus shot power, you can shoot from like 25 yards out, and it will go in. I hate it, because literally you just get a player like Willian, he scored like 3 goals last season. You can just whip it finesse shot and it go in top corner. So they need to touch up on that in the game. Whether that's because it was made like three months ago, this like official thing when they actually made it, whether that's the issue, I'm not sure, but that for the game, that needs to be touched up on, because else it's going to be really, really frustrating to concede so many goals, and especially with this more realistic tempo, you don't want that many goals, because not every game has like 10 goals in it, like we've seen recently on FIFA years. Next point is going to be more realistic game situations. Now, what do I mean by this? Now, players usually, like anyone, can just get the ball in midfield and hoof it about 25 yards, no matter whether they're 49 rated or 89 rated. Honestly, they could leather it as though they're some sort of chavvy. Now, not everyone's like that. Now, I've tried to do this like various times. Like, I tried it with like Matic, who is a player who's got great range on his passing and lovely power in his efforts, and has got a lovely stroke of the football. And I've tried it with Mikel, and there's a lot of difference, because Mikel, he's not really very technically gifted, and he can't really just slice the ball over as beautifully as Matic can. And that was proved in the gameplay, because he didn't. And I think that's what EA really need to touch up on, that sort of stuff, and they have done in the demo. So of course, another one of these things that they need to carry on into the actual game. And also, more realistic game situation, the movement. I don't like it how, like, in FIFA 15 past years, a pacey player just ran a straight line as though they're like Usain Bolt. There's no like in and out swervy dribbling, and if you did try in and out, you would get tackled instantly. Now the body gestures are far more precise, as you can see actually, perfectly. Bit of dribbling with Costa, nice little like in and outs, and that's what I want to see in FIFA. The body's moving, not just a one man just running in a straight line, as it was last FIFA, so it definitely improved on that as well. Also, as though this is not a woman match, I'm going to touch up on the woman because I have played a few matches with them, and they are actually poor. I don't like, it's really quite sexist. How weak they are, literally, it's just ridiculous. It's so poor from EA. The graphics are pretty horrendous on them too, so that needs to be touched up for the game when it comes out at the latter end of September. Really does, because it's poor. How weak they are. Their shots aren't powerful at all. Their physique is poor. They don't have good body movements as the men do, so they need to make sure that the women get equal quality in the gameplay as the men do, because else a lot of people are going to be commenting them on being sexist, which I am at the moment, because I think it's quite poor on how the women are, and they look so much smaller and weaker, and a lot of women are taller than men footballers, so they need to give women the opportunity in FIFA 16, as I don't think they have done really in the demo. Now, coming towards the end of the game, as you can see here in the last 10 minutes or so, I'm going to be talking about a few other features in FIFA, not just the gameplay. Foot draft. Really like foot draft. I've got on my sheet, foot draft equals good. It really is a good little feature. EA needed something new to freshen up their game, because, you know, it's getting old with just career mode, kickoff, and, like, no one even plays seasons, so foot draft, fantastic. The only downside to it, you have to pay 15,000 coins to get into a foot draft, but I suppose that makes it more special, so that's what people want to be doing. Foot draft, really good way, you know, you're able to build a nice little squad, nice little options they give you, and can make some awesome hybrids, as me and my bro have done in the past, so it's a really nice feature, that. And, yeah, I think a lot of people will be using that because it's something new to the game, and it's not just foot, it's something different, and it does give people a lot of opportunities, and they send you straight into an online match with the difficulty of your choice with that team, so you get to try it out as well, which is really nice, and that will, be there for you to just try out, I guess, and it's a really nice feature, as I said already, really smooth in the menus, and the cards look great, the new squad builder as well, I really like. And, yeah, so overall foot draft on the whole is a great little new feature, so I really like using it, and it's really good. So remember, as we're coming towards the end of the game, this ended up 1-1, I didn't go into extra time or any of that shenanigans, just ended it there. Comment down below, what do you want to see next on the demo? I will get out for you. Do you want me to do a foot draft with my bro, a match versus my bro, where we get, like, I don't know, like, forfeit FIFA, get, like, egged if we concede, literally anything of your choice. Do you want me to have a go at the skill games, have a little challenge on that? It's literally your choice, so please, feel free to just comment down below. Whether you want me to do a match with a woman, please let me know, because that gives me ideas for my YouTube channel, and literally, we've hit so many subscribers, 330, keep on leaving your support on the channel, get this video up to 10 likes for me, and I'll see you later.